दोस्तों स्वागत है आप सभी का हमारे YouTube चैनल मैथमेटिकल पाठशाला में। लास्ट लेक्चर में मैंने आपको एक होमवर्क दिया था। आई होप आप लोगों ने ट्राई करा होगा। वी वर हैविंग द सिचुएशन, सपोज F इज अ फील्ड एंड वी वर क्रिएटिंग दिस रिंग which is a very nice ring. This is a principal ideal domain because F being a field. We have chosen a irreducible polynomial Px. This is an irreducible polynomial which is defined in Fx, and this is irreducible. And we were looking for an extension for this field F which contains a root of this polynomial, because clearly this is irreducible, then it means it does not have any root in this F. Because if it has a root, it is reducible. That is a basic ring theory. So it is irreducible, that means it cannot have any root on F, in F. So we are looking for an extension K, which is an extension of F which contains a root, and we created that extension K by creating this structure Fx ideal generated by Px, and without loss of generality we can assume degree of this Px polynomial is n, and this P cannot be a constant polynomial because it is irreducible, and irreducible element generates a maximal ideal. But if you take constant polynomial, constants are unit in this F, so they will generate whole of ring. So this structure will become the zero structure, that means a zero ring. So we created this extension, and I also proved this extension contains a root of this Px in some other sense, because this K is a quotient structure, so this is a different kind of a structure, but this K contains a copy of F that we proved, and that copy was some image of some homomorphism. So this K contains a copy of F, and this K contains a root of this Px, and that root was actually a member of this quotient structure. In the further lecture, or in today's lecture, we will see we can construct some other extension which is of this F format, that means which is not a quotient structure. We will see a simple structure, and once we know this K contains a root of this, then we have a natural question: what can you say about the dimension of this K over the field F? Because it naturally a vector space over F. Then we have a natural question: what is the dimension? What is the dimension of this K over F? And the answer is very natural. See, we have this situation. We have this Fx to a map Fx quotient ideal generated by this Px. We have this natural map. We can assume this to be F, and this F sends. Suppose you have a polynomial Qx. This goes to Qx modulo ideal generated by Px, or you can write in this format Qx plus ideal generated by Px. You can write both the expression. And we also use this thing. Suppose this F sends x to x bar, or this x bar means x mod ideal generated by Px, or you can also write in this manner. Which method you like, you can choose. But let me choose another symbol. In place of x bar, let me choose a theta symbol for this. So I am using this theta in place of x bar. This is little simple. Otherwise you can work with x bar also. But here you will feel why I am choosing this to be theta, not x bar. So what is a natural basis in your mind which can form a basis for this K over F? Because every polynomial you are writing in this map, this goes to Qx plus ideal generated by Px, but this Px has degree n. So if you take any polynomial and divide with the polynomial with degree n, then you will have a polynomial with degree at most n minus 1, because it is with degree n. You are having a modular operator. So if you divide with any polynomial with the degree n polynomial, then in the remainder you may have a polynomial of degree at most n minus 1. Can I say this forms a basis 1 theta square theta to the power n minus 1, where P at theta is 0. and clearly this P you have taken, this Px is a member of Fx, but you are looking for a root which is inside a member of K. K is a quotient structure and this theta is a member of this K structure because you are choosing your theta to be x mod ideal generated by Px. So this is a very natural basis which comes into mind. Okay, let us prove that this is actually a basis. Let's see. First I claim that this 1 theta theta square up to theta to the power n minus 1, this forms or this spans your K structure. So I am saying this generating set of 1 theta theta square theta n minus 1 is actually your K structure. You choose any arbitrary polynomial. Let Px, okay, not Px, let's say Gx be any polynomial in Fx. This Px is also a member of this Fx. What is the nice property of this Fx? This F being a field makes Fx a PID, a principal ideal domain. Agar ye principal ideal domain hai, we can apply the division algorithm. We have a nice function n which sends Gx to degree of Gx, and under which this becomes an Euclidean domain. And once it is Euclidean domain, we have a division algorithm. This will imply there exists Qx, Rx inside Fx such that this Gx can be written as Qx Px plus Rx with degree of Rx is less than degree of Px, but degree of Px is n. We have two cases, either degree of Rx is 0 or Rx is a 0 polynomial. But if Rx is 0 polynomial, this Gx is already a 0 member in K structure because it is a multiple of P. So G must be a 0 member of Fx. We are not interested in the 0 member. We are interested only in the non-zero members of this K. Because 0 member you can already generate by this, by taking a 0 linear combination. So we have this property. Now, can I write in this manner? Gx is Rx plus polynomial generated by Px. So your Gx is Rx plus ideal generated by Px. This Rx, this Rx is a degree at most n minus 1 polynomial, and that you can generate by this 1 theta theta square n minus 1 because you are already aware, because you are having up to theta to the power n minus 1. So you can generate this Gx by using this Rx. That means this spans this K structure. That means this is a spanning set for this K. Now what remains to show? If I show that this is a linearly independent set, that I am done, that this is going to be a basis over F for K. Let's see the linearly independentness for this. Let if possible 1 theta theta square theta to the power n minus 1 is linearly dependent set. Then this will force there exist a naught a1 a n minus 1 not all 0. That means one of them at least one of them is non-zero. So they must have some non-trivial linear combination, that is a naught plus a1 theta plus an minus 1 theta to the power n minus 1 is 0. But this linear combination you are looking for in the inside K. What is the meaning of 0 inside K? The meaning of 0 inside K is either you write this or you write this 0 mod ideal generated by Px. Either you write this. That means when you divide your Px, when you divide your 0 or this with the Px gives you same remainder. But you are dividing 0, you will get the remainder 0. That means this implies this Px divides a0 plus a1 theta plus an theta to the power n minus 1. But this is not possible. This is a contradiction since the degree of this Px is n and this is a n degree expression. This is n minus 1 degree expression and this is n degree expression. So n degree polynomial cannot divide n minus 1 degree polynomial. So this is not possible. That means this has to be linearly independent. That means this 1 theta, theta square and theta to the power n minus 1 forms a basis. So from here you can say this thing. The dimension of this K over F or the degree of extension of K over F is exactly n, which is degree of this polynomial Px, which is irreducible. For a particular example, let's observe this thing. Suppose I choose my F to be Q and I take Px, say x cube minus 2. This is an irreducible polynomial over Q because this is a 3 degree polynomial. If you try to find the roots of this polynomial, the roots are not inside Q because it has one real root which is irrational and two complex roots or two purely complex roots. Or you can use the Eisenstein criteria also. This 2 divides 2, 2 divides 0, 2 divides 0, 2 does not divide 1 and 2 square does not divide the constant term. So by using Eisenstein criteria, the choice for prime is true. So by Eisenstein criteria, this is irreducible polynomial over Q. Now, so you are looking for an extension of this F which contains a root of this polynomial. That means that extension must be of degree 3. For example, the standard way to create this that extension is by using this criteria. And what is the definition of this? The definition you have already seen. This K you can generate by using this expression where theta is a root of that polynomial. So you have to choose a root of this polynomial. So you can write a0 plus a1 theta plus a2 theta square where ai's are coming from rationals and theta cube minus 2 is equal to 0. This theta should be a root of this polynomial. But for this theta you have 3 choices. One is real and 2 are complex choices. Let me give you the explicit roots. If you find x cube minus 2 barabar 0, then one root is 2 power 3. Then rest roots will be omega to the power omega into 2 power 3 omega square into 2 power 1 by 3. This you must have studied in complex analysis, but it is very straightforward where omega is a third primitive root of unity. Clearly you can check this is again a root of this equation. See, if you put into this, then you will have omega to the power 3, but omega is a third primitive root of unity, so omega cube will be 1. So 2 power 1 by 3 whole power 3 will give you 2, then 2 minus 2 will be 0. So this will satisfy this. This will also satisfy this. And this is a very nice property to find the root of any such polynomial. Suppose you are having such extension x power n minus k barabar 0. Then all the roots you can write in this format. First root will be k power 1 by n, then omega into k power 1 by n, omega square k power 1 by n, and up to omega to the power n minus 1, k to the power 1 minus n. These all will be the roots of this equation. So you are having 3 choices for theta. If you choose theta to be this, then you will have a real field. If you choose this root, you will have a complex field. If you choose this, you will have a complex field. but soon we will prove that all the extensions are going to be isomorphic to each other. So we have three types of extension because we have three types of choices for theta. So this is the definition for this qx over x cube minus 1. But one can think another thing, this is a quotient structure. Can you give me a straight structure which is not a quotient one, which is the simpler one? So we can have simpler one also. Let us observe this example explicitly. Can you write this one? Q to the q adjoint 2 power 1 by 3. This is an extension. This is 3-degree extension because its basis contains 1, 2 power 1 by 3 and 2 power 2 by 3 by using this criteria. So it is generated by 1, 2 power 1 by 3 and 2 power 2 by 3. I have not defined what is the minimal polynomial till now. So I am not using the minimal polynomial criteria. But this gives a motivation that you can construct the extension in such a manner. Okay. Let's observe another thing. Let K is a field which is an extension of the subfield F. Let alpha, comma beta, comma gamma and so on be any elements of K. You write this structure F, alpha, beta, gamma and so on. As many as you want to choose, you can choose. So you choose elements from K which are not present in F, because if they are present in F, then this does not make better sense. This will give you can remove the element from here. So you choose those elements which are not available in F. So you choose elements which are in K, not in F. So this F, alpha, beta, gamma, this is the smallest subfield of K containing F and alpha, beta, gamma and so on. So this definition is clear to you. This is the smallest subfield of K containing F and alpha, beta, gamma. That you can always create, because what you are doing, you are taking the structure F, you are taking alpha, beta, gamma and you are inserting their inverses if they are not already present in the structure. So that you can do. You can use the multiplicative inverse of alpha, beta, gamma and so on elements and you insert in this structure so that it becomes a field. Because for making a field, what you need every non-zero element should be a unit and the structure should be a commutative and unity should be there. But unity is always there because F is a field. So you do not need to take care of that. तो आप F के पास 0 1 ऑलरेडी अवेलेबल है, आप जो भी एलिमेंट इंसर्ट कर रहे हो उनके इन्वर्सेस उसके अंदर डाल दे जाओ, दैट स्ट्रक्चर विल बिकम अ फील्ड. So the definition is the smallest subfield containing F and the alpha, beta, gamma and so on, and this is called the field generated by alpha, beta, gamma over F. This is also called field generated by alpha, beta, gamma and so on over the base field F. There are plenty of examples you can create. Say q 2 power q square root of 2, q square root of 2, square root of 3. You can create more. You can create r iota that actually becomes a c. So these are structures. If you have finite number of these elements, then you say this is a finite extension over F. If K is equal to F alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha n and so on. If alpha is our finite, we say K is of finite extension okay, not finite extension, because finite extension comes from the degree. So if alpha is are finite, we say K is finitely generated. Otherwise we can say infinitely generated. If K is equal to F alpha for some alpha, then we say K is simple extension. अगर आप K को किसी सिंगल एलिमेंट से जनरेट कर पाओ, देखिए जब भी आप कोई चीज सिंगल एलिमेंट से जनरेट करोगे, दैट इज ऑलवेज अ नाइस थिंग. इन अ ग्रुप थ्योरी, इफ यू जनरेट सम ग्रुप बाय सिंगल एलिमेंट, यू से दिस इज साइक्लिक ग्रुप. So in case of field theory, if there is an extension which is generated by single element, then such extension is called a simple extension, and this alpha is called a primitive element. And trust me, this is very nice thing. You may not be aware of this, but if you have this structure, say q theta, where theta is some non-rational number, then this structure is a very nice structure. This is called a number field K, on which you study a whole theory of algebraic number theory. It is looking easy, but trust me, it is highly complicated. इस पूरे के ऊपर आपको काफ़ी सारी बुक्स पढ़नी पड़ सकती हैं. सो दिस इज हाईली कॉम्प्लिकेटेड स्ट्रक्चर, क्योंकि इसके जो सब स्ट्रक्चर है, दैट मीन्स यू मेक द रिंग ऑफ इंटीजर्स, दैट इज हाईली कॉम्प्लिकेटेड. इट इज ईजी फॉर 2 degree और 3 degree extensions, but it is not easy for higher degree extensions. It is highly complicated. और इसके बहुत सारे एप्लीकेशन है. जब आप हायर स्टडीज़ में अलजेब्रिक नंबर थ्योरी पढ़ोगे तो वहाँ पर आपको इसके एप्लीकेशंस पता लगेंगे. अभी तक आप इस चीज़ में कॉन्फ्यूज हो सकते हो, हाउ टू प्रूव दिस. Z iota is an Euclidean domain. How to prove if you are this structure Z square root of -5 or Z square root of 5, whether this is an Euclidean domain or not. You may be it is -5 or 1 plus square root of 5 by 2. So if I say prove that they are PID or not, so you cannot prove in general. But if you have studied the theory of this number field, then you have a criteria to prove that they are going to be a PID or not. But that is highly abstract. तो ये आपके एंट्रेंस के पर्पज से बाहर है. So for this K is equal to F alpha. For some alpha, we say K is simple extension, and this alpha is called primitive element. Let me give you one or two examples. Clearly, this is a simple extension. Whether this is simple extension or not, it is looking non-simple, but soon we will prove this is actually isomorphic to q root 2 plus root 3. So this is also a simple extension. Then one can have a natural question, whether there is a non-simple extension for a base field Q. One simple example is, you can choose this one. You take square roots of all the primes in the increasing order and you adjoint with Q, then this you cannot generate by a single element. So this is an example of infinite extension or infinitely generated extension. But if you have this, say Q alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha n, if you are having a finitely generated extension, if you have finitely generated extension of Q, then you can always find some theta to make this as isomorphic. So if you have a finitely generated extension of Q, it is always going to be a simple extension. This theorem is of out of scope of your course. This is called a primitive element theorem. The proof is easy, but this is not for your scope. This is just I am telling you to know about this theory. So if you have a finitely generated extension, it is always a simple extension you can make. You can always find some theta so that this is isomorphic to Q of theta, where Q is a field of rationals. So once you understand the definition of this generating field extension, we again come to this question. Let F be a field and Px belongs to Fx, be an irreducible polynomial of degree say n, and we already know there is an extension of F which contains a root of this P. Let K be some extension which contains a root of this Px polynomial, and the structure of K looks like this. You can construct more than one K. This K need not to be a unique. You can construct more K. Can I say this is isomorphic to this? This K we actually chosen in this manner, but this is actually isomorphic to this. So what you are doing, for example, you are having this structure, say Q square root of 3, or suppose you are having a base field Q and you are having a polynomial, say x cube or x square minus 3. This is clearly irreducible polynomial over Q because it does not have any root, and this is a 2-degree polynomial over a field. So this is irreducible over Q. You take the root of this polynomial and you create this structure. You have another question in your mind. We have two roots of this polynomial. Q square root of negative of square root of 3 because it has two roots. So you take any structure. They are extension of Q and they all are isomorphic. We will soon prove this. They are isomorphic too actually. But once, so you have a structure which contains a root of this polynomial, and this is an extension of Q, and this has a nicer form. You can see this is not a complicated like this K structure. Let's see the proof. The proof is straightforward because I have already told you all the mappings will be very natural in our this course. मैं आपको गलवा थ्योरी भी पढ़ाऊंगा तो वहां पर भी सारी की सारी जो मैपिंग्स होंगी वो बहुत नेचुरल होंगी. See this thing. Can you give me a mapping from here to here? And the meaning is very clear of this structure. This F alpha, okay. See, alpha is a root. So this alpha is a root of this polynomial, and this is irreducible, so this alpha cannot be inside F. From Fx to F alpha, you are having a natural map. You can define in this manner. Qx is going to Q alpha. This Qx is a polynomial, and if you evaluate this polynomial at point alpha, then you will have a linear combination of alpha with F, or you can say you will have a F linear combination of alpha, because Qx will look like a0 plus a1x plus up to an xn. So if you take at alpha, then you will have a0 plus a1 alpha plus up to an alpha power n. So you are having a F linear combination of powers of alpha. So this Q alpha is inside F, so this map is a well defined. You can also feel this mapping is a surjective ring homomorphism, because this Fx is not a field. F is a field, so fx is a PID, not a field. So fx is a, because there are many elements which does not have inverse, which do not have inverses, just like x does not have an inverse in this. So this is a ring. So you are having a ring homomorphism, and this is called evaluation map. You are evaluating your Q at point alpha. So this is a nice homomorphism. Let me give a name here, say small f. Can you give me a kernel of this homomorphism? Let me write, this is f map, this is surjective ring homomorphism. Because you choose any element arbitrarily here, then you are having a pre-image, because this f alpha contains a smallest field containing f and alpha. So alpha is a pre-image, because if you take the image of x, x goes to alpha naturally. If you take f, then any constant, suppose you are choosing t from f, then you find the image of t, that will be t. So every element has a pre-image. So this mapping is a surjective ring homomorphism. Now you take the kernel of this homomorphism. By definition, kernel is the collection of all those polynomials such that which goes to 0, whose image goes to 0, but image is q alpha. तो आपको वो सारे पोलिनोमियल लेने जो q अल्फा पर वैनिश हो रहे हो. बट यू ऑलरेडी नो अल्फा इज अ रूट ऑफ p. अल्फा इज अ रूट ऑफ p and px is irreducible polynomial. So I can say this ideal generated by px is maximal, and kernel f will always be inside this ideal generated by px, because this is a maximal ideal. Can I say this is directly this? Because kernels are ideals and this is the maximal ideal. You are having all those polynomial which are getting vanished at point alpha, but this will be the smallest polynomial which generates the maximal ideal. Because अगर आप डिग्री 1 का पोलिनोमियल लोगे और डिग्री 2 का पोलिनोमियल लोगे तो डिग्री 1 का पोलिनोमियल ज़्यादा बिगर होगा एज कम्पेयर टू 2 डिग्री पोलिनोमियल. सो दिस is a maximal. So kernel f will become exactly this. I have skipped one line for you. I have proved that this every member of kernel must be inside this, but you have to prove every member of this is inside this. But this is very easy, because if you choose any element from this, suppose you choose Rx belongs to this ideal generated by Px, then this Rx must be a sum multiple of this. Okay, this I am not going to give you, because this is very easy. As you take any arbitrary element, that has to vanish at alpha, because that must be a multiple of Px. So kernel f is will be exactly ideal generated by Px. So this is your kernel, and once you have a kernel, you are having a natural restriction of this f. You are having this, because what you want to prove, this is isomorphic to this. So you have to give me some homomorphism from this structure to this structure. This is a ring homomorphism. We have to create a field homomorphism. So this extends a map in this manner. Qx plus ideal generated by Px goes to Q at alpha. And this is a very natural map, because you are having this is inside kernel. So this is your map, and this map is a 1-1 map, because all the elements which are getting vanished under f, you have put them inside your kernel. So this map is naturally a 1-1, and it is already onto. Because if you give me any element here, so you observe this is onto, which is very easy, because if you choose any element from this, suppose you are choosing an element of f, say you are choosing say a t element from f, so you choose your qx to be t, because constant polynomials are there, then t plus ideal generated by px will go to t. So you are having a pre-image of F element. If you choose alpha, then you choose Qx to be say X, then your X plus ideal generated by Px will definitely go to alpha. So F as a pre-image, alpha as a pre-image. What is the name of this, or what is the definition? This is the smallest field containing F and alpha. What is this? This is the field which contains F as a copy of F, that we have already proved. This K contains a copy of F. This K contains a root of root alpha. This contains a root, because that is how we have chosen this. So this is a field which contains F, which contains alpha. So this certainly contains F alpha, because this is the smallest subfield containing F and alpha, and this contains a copy of F, and this contains a root alpha. So this contains a F alpha. And containment in the different sense, because this is a simple structure, this is a quotient structure. So this mapping is onto, this is injective, because all the elements which are getting vanished under F, you have put them inside kernel, and you are taking a map from Fx by kernel. So this map is naturally a 1-1 map, and this is a field isomorphism, because it is homomorphism. Homomorphism comes from the construction of F, and isomorphism, the way you have created this map, this is an isomorphism. So this is field isomorphism. So your K, which is exactly Fx by ideal generated by Px, is isomorphic to this F alpha structure. Now you do not need to worry about this Fx by ideal generated by Px. You can directly take F alpha. And what about basis? What can you say about the basis for this K? Because you know the basis of K over F in this structure. What about the basis in this structure? Basis in this structure will be 1 alpha square up to alpha to the power n minus 1 is a basis of F alpha over F. Now once you have this, you can find the degrees easily. If you have a simple extension, you can give me a basis. So let us see this example again. We are having this Q, we are having this polynomial x cube minus 2. It has a root 2 power 1 by 3, omega 2 power 1 by 3, omega square 2 power 1 by 3. So we are having this Qx ideal generated by x cube minus 2 polynomial. Correspondingly this, we have 3 isomorphic extension, because we have not worried about what is the root you are choosing. You can choose any root. So you choose, either you choose this root, either you choose omega time 2 power 1 by 3, you choose this root, or you choose this root, because we are not worried about which alpha you are choosing. So you can choose any root. This has a basis 1 2 power 1 by 3 2 power 2 by 3. This has a basis 1 omega 2 power 1 by 3 and omega square 2 power 2 by 3. For this you have a basis 1 omega square 2 power 1 by 3 omega 2 power 2 by 3, because omega to the power 4 is same as omega. So you are having, and all are isomorphic, because in the previous theorem we are not worried about which alpha you are choosing. You can choose any alpha, that has to be isomorphic. And also you can find the natural isomorphism between this field to this field, this field to this field. You can easily find. Can you say about this extension? Q adjoint square root of 2 and Q adjoint square root of 3, whether they are isomorphic as a field or not. I am not asking about as a vector space. As a vector space, they are isomorphic, because this is 2 degree vector space over Q. This is 2-dimensional vector space. It has a basis 1 comma square root of 2. It has a basis 1 comma square root of 3. So they are isomorphic as a vector space, but are they isomorphic as a field? Let's see. So suppose you are looking for a map f from q square root of 2 to q square root of 3, and you are trying to find an isomorphism between them. This is the smallest field containing q and root 2. This is the smallest field containing square root of q 3 and q. So suppose you are looking this map, you will have image of 1, or suppose your square root of 2 goes to some element, say alpha. So your 2 will go to f of square root of 2 square root of 2, but this you are looking for a field homomorphism, so it will respect multiplicative operations also. So it will be like this, so it will be like alpha square. But then f of 2, what can you say about f of 2? Any homomorphism from q to q which is non-trivial, it is an isomorphism in case of groups also. So this you are looking in the sense of multiplicative as well as in the sense of addition. So if this is a isomorphism from q root 2 to q root 3, then its restriction, if you choose say q to q, so this will be an isomorphism. So what is the form of this? Can I say it will be 2? So why can I say this is exactly 2? Or suppose I am saying this is alpha 2, or I can say this is f of 1 times 2, that you know from the basic group theory, because any homomorphism, any non-trivial homomorphism from q to q takes this form. So this is from the basic group theory, and if you use the basic ring theory, then f of 1 must be equal to 1. So this must be 2. Because why it will be 1? Because you know that f of 1 you can write as f of 1 times 1, that will be f at 1 whole square. So then f of 1 whole square minus f at 1 will be 0. Then f at 1 will be either 0 or 1. If you are using the basic ring homomorphism, which this is a field homomorphism. This is both. This is a group as well as ring homomorphism. So this f at 1 will be 0 or 1. But if you choose f at 1 will be 0, then it will be a trivial map. But you are looking for an isomorphism. अगर आप सारे rational को 0 पे मैप कर दोगे, so this will not be an isomorphism. This will not be a injection. So this f at 1 has to be 1. So this f at 1 will be 1. Then this f2 will be 2. That means under this field homomorphism, every rational will be fixed 2 rationals. So your alpha square must be equal to 2. But this alpha is a member of q root 3. This is not possible. You cannot give me any element inside this which satisfy this equation alpha square बराबर 2, because alpha square बराबर 2 has two solutions, either root 2 or minus root 2, but both are unavailable in this. So this and this both cannot be isomorphic as a field. They are isomorphic as a vector spaces, but not as a field. So this is a basic this is just a simple example. We will see more complicated examples. चलिए आज के लेक्चर को ख़त्म करने से पहले कुछ आपको मैं होमवर्क देता हूँ, आप ट्राई करना. सपोज वी आर हैविंग अ फील्ड isomorphism, say f and f prime both are field, and this symbol I am using for the isomorphism. The symbol I am using from the Dummett and Foote book. Suppose this is a field isomorphism. What can you say about this map? Or can you give me a natural map between fx and f prime x? that map will be very easy. Suppose you are choosing a px element, then this px you can send. Suppose your px looks like this: a0 plus a1x plus an x power n. And what is the natural map comes into your mind, which sends fx to f prime x using this f. So this will be, you can say, f a0 plus f a1 times x plus f a2 x square plus f a n x power n. You can say this. So you are having this natural map from fx to f prime x. So once you have this mapping, let me call this as f again. So this becomes again an isomorphism, but this is not a field isomorphism, because this f being a field, this fx is not a field. So this fx is a ring, which is a very nice, which is a PID. F prime x is also a PID, which is not a field. So this fx is isomorphic to f prime x. So this is a ring isomorphism. Now once you understand this, what I am doing, I am just operating my f on the coefficient of any polynomial, because under this I have to find the images of polynomials. Once you understand this part, let me remove this if you understand this mapping, or let me take this as a qx, not px. So this is qx, because px word most of the time I will be using for the irreducible polynomial. So suppose you are choosing this to be qx, like px is an irreducible polynomial in fx. So if you are having this irreducible polynomial in fx, then you have, this is a field extension which contains a copy of f, which contains a root of p. This we already know, but I am asking what should be the ideal here, because this is of this fx is isomorphic to f prime x. You are extending this mapping again, because once you are a mapping on f, you can find on the quotient structure also. So you can find this map on quotient structure also. So what about this? What should I take this? Suppose let me choose this to be f, this to be f prime, or let me choose this to be fx, because this I am finding for the polynomials. Can I use the word here fx px, ideal generated by the image of this px. So try to prove this one, that this structure is going to be isomorphic to this. What is this structure basically? This is isomorphic to, say, f alpha, where alpha is a root of this polynomial. But fx px, if you find the image of some polynomial under this map, that must be a polynomial in f prime x, and claim that that polynomial has to be maximal, that polynomial will be irreducible in this. So this fx px must have some root. So let's say this root is beta, so this must be isomorphic to f prime beta. So this is your homework. Try to prove that this map can be extended naturally from this structure to this structure, and the quotient of this structure will be this. That means the maximal ideal goes to maximal ideal under this map. So this you need to prove, and this is easy exercise for you. So what I am trying to do here, suppose I have a isomorphism from, okay, let's say I have a isomorphism from f to f prime, and this is an isomorphism, say f. Then I have an extension for this f, which is f alpha, which contains a root of some irreducible polynomial which is defined on this f, and correspondingly I am having an extension here, and this is a root of that polynomial which is an image of the irreducible polynomial of f under this mapping fx that we have extended. So I am saying this is also an isomorphism, and this will actually help us to understand splitting fields as well as the Galois theory. अगर आप एंट्रेंस की प्रिपरेशन के हिसाब से सोच रहे हैं तो आप स्किप कर सकते हैं इस चीज़ को, दिस इज़ नॉट रिक्वायर्ड देयर, बट अगर आपको फील्ड थ्योरी सीखनी है तो आप उसके लिए ये सब चीज़ें कर सकते हैं. ये आपके एकेडमिक्स में भी हेल्प करेगा और आगे जब आप फील्ड थ्योरी पढ़ोगे हायर लेवल से तो काम आएगा. सो वी आर एक्चुअली ट्राइंग टू प्रूव दिस एफ अल्फा इज आइसोमॉर्फिक टू एफ प्राइम बीटा, where beta is a root of some irreducible polynomial which is an image of the maximal irreducible polynomial of this fx structure under the map fx. So try to prove this is isomorphic to this, or the maximal ideal goes to maximal ideal, that will prove the claim. So this is your exercise. चलिए आज के लिए यहीं रुकते हैं. Thanks for watching this lecture.